Welcome back to the Yang Daily. First off, a quick reminder that with the Yang Gang's over 200,000 members, we could save over 600,000 hours per day for phone banking if they were all listeners. And every day counts. This is why I started the podcast, but I need your help spreading it. The faster, the better. Let's get to the news. The Zach and Matt Show have taken it upon themselves to live stream every Yang event during his 17-day bus tour in Iowa. They have set up a donation referral link, and the highest donation made to the campaign throughout their link during each event will get a shout out on camera from Andrew Yang. If you want your name in one of those shout outs, the referral link is in the links below and will be in the volunteer links of episodes going forward. But it gets so much better because Andrew will be door knocking today with Dave Chappelle. Zach and Matt did not say whether they would be live streaming the door knocking, and there may be legal concerns with it, but I imagine that if it's possible, it'll show up in their Twitter and YouTube channels. At Tiote Productions also said that she would be door knocking in tandem and would try to get a recording posted to her Twitter, so keep an eye out there as well. But wait, there's more! If you can be at Pinehurst Farmers Market in Columbia, South Carolina, tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, you can join Chappelle for more door knocking. It will be going on until 4 p.m. Talk about a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Event link is in the description. Humanity for Yang tweeted that every person who makes 100 phone banking calls for Yang between now and February 3rd will receive a commemorative sticker, which is Yang in a suit and a math cap, speaking very excitedly into a phone. It's pretty cute, and it's going to be a historic badge of honor, marking all those who pushed us over the final hurdle. Sign up at yang2020.com/call to get started. On to the leaderboards. In phone banking calls, Arizona has taken the lead with 343 calls. In phone banking minutes, also Arizona with 266 minutes. In text sent, Shelley G holds with 37,000. In text conversations, John W has unseated Noah with 119. In event participation, Kai D remains at 7. In events hosted, Brendan C has overtaken Micah B with 12. In the doors knocked on, it's Ryan P at 155, and in canvassing conversations, Paul L remains with 38. Yang Gang love to all you guys. Let's get an official Yang Daily listener up there, crew. Today's canvassing shoutout goes to Amy Finn, who tweeted that she phone banked for the first time last night and feels she's officially Yang Gang now. Way to follow Yang's example and take matters into your own hands, Amy. We all have to be part of the solution if we want to make history. Today's canvassing shoutout goes to Zach Fisher, who tweeted today that he is on his way back to Iowa for a second week of canvassing. Zach, you are an absolute legend, my friend, and we are all grateful for you. If you want to get a shoutout on the podcast, tweet your volunteering efforts at Yang Dailycast on Twitter. In events for tomorrow, event moderators are still needed. The campaign is also now looking for additions to the phone banking support team. There's an online phone banking training webinar every day between now and February 2nd at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, so sign up if you want help starting on the phones. The weekly Youth for Yang live stream is on tomorrow and open to all. We have town halls in Iowa City, Clinton, Davenport, and Burlington, still canvassing, phone banking, and precinct captain training events all over Iowa, New Hampshire, and South Carolina, including a phone banking event with Evelyn Yang in Keene and Manchester. Math classes going on all over New Hampshire designed to train Yang Gang, still signature gathering all over New York, canvassing in Knoxville, Los Angeles, and Joshua Tree, phone banking in Los Angeles, San Francisco, Brentwood, Gilbert, Kirkland, and Duluth, text banking in Dallas and Gilbert, signature gathering in Seekonk and Philadelphia, tabling in Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and Fort Collins, Yang hangs in Carlisle, Cupertino, Oklahoma City, UC Berkeley, Ventura, Santa Cruz, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Pella, Arcata, Lubbock, Portland, and Nashville, including a trivia hang in Worcester and a game night in Cambridge. Massachusetts Yang Gang know how to have a good time, it seems. A live radio show discussing Yang open to all in Rockland, and don't forget canvassing with Chappelle in Columbia. You may know that Iowa conducts mock votes throughout schools across the state to prepare them for actual voting when they are old enough. It's called the Iowa Youth Straw Poll, and it's a great idea that more states should adopt for getting students engaged in their civic duty and showing them how easy it is. In the fall straw poll, Yang earned 11.9% of the vote, putting him comfortably behind Bernie and Biden. Another was taken today, showing that in just a few months, Yang has gone from 11.9% up to 22.7%. In fact, he is leading the field now, with Bernie in second place at 21%. That's almost doubling in just a few months, Yang Gang. We keep up growth like that, and we're going to blow everybody out of the water. Morning Consult also ran a poll of the early states, releasing the results today, which found Yang at 8%, up 3% from their last poll. Truly shocking was that it had Steyer at 17%, just behind Bernie. I know the dude's been running a lot of ads, but that was quite the spike. We'll see how it turns out soon enough. Sample size was 766 and an error margin of 4%. Morning Consult ran other polls as well, but the findings were all consistent with what we've seen elsewhere recently. Brett Hayworth of the Sioux City Council put out a brief article on Yang today, nothing much to it, just more exposure. Political philosopher and economist Carl Winderquist linked to his 2017 article today, which was an argument for UBI in the same vein as American founder Thomas Paine's. That is, if people are going to be allowed to own property, taking away the natural right of everyone to live off the land and making income necessary for survival, then a guaranteed basic income must be given in its place, lest the people simply be robbed of their freedom to choose not to work for others and be forced into wage slavery under threat of poverty, homelessness, and starvation. It's the argument that our right to basic freedom has been stolen, that we're less free now than we were before property ownership, and that it's past time we restored that freedom with universal basic income. Basic Income Canada tweeted a great compilation video of political and industry leaders Barack Obama, Mark Cuban, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Kai-Fu Lee, Jack Ma, and Antonio Guterres arguing that job losses from automation in the fourth industrial revolution, which will hit most heavily over the next 2 decades, is something they worry about a great deal, and how we need to change the way we think about work, completely backing up all of Yang's claims. It's a good appeal to authority resource to throw out if you're trying to convince someone on this matter. There's also a clip from JP Morgan Chase's CEO arguing for a negative income tax, which is functionally the same as UBI, in the comments. Knee of the Curve posted a clip to Twitter today focusing on the other half of the UBI proposal, the value-added tax that primarily pays for it. It briefly explains how a VAT works as a sales tax that is broken up amongst every stage of a product's development, rather than just applying to the final product. How that makes it pretty impossible to dodge, unlike income and wealth taxes, and how UBI delivers a much larger benefit to the bottom 90% of Americans than what they would pay into the tax. It's a surface-level view that doesn't get into how the VAT would be targeted to exempt staple goods and have higher rates on luxury goods, nor the details of how the VAT collection is distributed among producers, but it's a good starting point. Emmett Short, aka Knee of the Curve, also posted a video to YouTube a couple days back on automation, Yang in general, the VAT, and the wealth tax, where he goes into more detail. Explicit language is involved. In more exciting news, leading up to the real thing, there are mock caucuses going on at colleges all across Iowa. Our champion of UBI, Scott Santens, was in attendance at one of them last night, and the results were shocking. In the first round, it was not Yang who fell short of the 15% viability, it was Biden. The only candidates to make the viability threshold were Bernie, Warren, Pete, and Yang. By the end, each of them had been awarded 2 delegates. For anyone who considers Biden an inevitability or Yang a long shot, think again. Thank you, Scott, for attending and reporting. Pretty much made my day. Today's daily Yang policy will be public advisory sessions. Yang would promote both accountability for himself and education of the public by appointing a public council of advisors featuring experts, artists, and thinkers across a wide area of subjects and across the political spectrum to advise both the public and the president on important topics and answer questions put to them by the president. Regular meetings would be scheduled with the council and president to be publicly broadcast. Any communications between the council and president would also be released to the public. At least one meeting per quarter would be committed to a subject chosen by online petition of the people. Today's Yang Daily 10 task is not up in time, but I'm guessing it's still to play Samantha Bee's totally unrigged primary app. as this is the second to last day to get that money. This is a super easy way to contribute hundreds of thousands of dollars to the campaign for free, Yang Gang. All you need to do is download the app from your phone's app store, just search for Totally Unrigged Primary, make an account with your phone number and email, they don't spam or share either one, open the cheat sheet with all the answers that's in the description links, and go back through all the days of the past months answering the questions. It doesn't take any concentration with the cheat sheet, so you can converse or watch TV or whatever else while plugging in the answers. If you want to be a real hero, grab someone else's phone when you can, make a new account with their phone number and email, and do it again for double the points. In fact, if everyone did this with a few phones, we could easily triple our points in the app. You guys did push us higher yesterday, which is awesome. But Warren is still only 8% behind us, and it's entirely possible that they could be saving up their questions for a surge tomorrow. Let's secure that bag, Yang Gang. And of course, we do still need all the phone banking time we can get in these final crucial days before Iowa. Keep in mind that all you have to do when phone banking is ask a couple simple questions to collect data. Quick, simple, and easy. And if you're one of many international Yang Gang, you can still phone bank. Make yourself an integral part of this historic win and earn eternal glory. And that's our Yang News for today. Donate or buy some merch to help hit the end-of-month goal using Zach and Matt's referral code to get a shout-out from Andrew Yang. Sign up to Doorknock with Chappelle. Phone bank to earn your commemorative sticker. Check your local events. Get on the Unrigged Primary app. And work your way onto those volunteer leaderboards. As always, please share this podcast so we can save people as much time as possible for volunteering. And don't forget to Yang daily.